All right, me babbers. I'm Bristolian Dave. Welcome back to Talking the Pictures, where we talk the pictures. So today we got a very special episode of fairy tale movies. To help me with that, I have my two amazing co-hosts. First up, who do I want first? Wow, he was there first, so we'll go with Dark Sided Comics. Marnus.
Hey guys, just a can of liquid.
Liquid, yes.
Liquid.
Juice.
Yes.
And Mr. David Feed himself, Fairy God Feedomancer. All right, that's pretty.
Gotta dress for the occasion, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I'm Bristolian Tinkerbell today, apparently.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
Guys in the chat.
yeah. We got Michael McCartney here. Dave's a commie now. Why am I a commie? I'm not a commie. Harriet Blackness. Yeah. Picture Times. Thanks for joining us. Burnt Scribe is here. Evening all. And Mr. Feed's already put the link in the chat. Thank you very much. Late. Yes, I know I'm late. I'm very tired, Bristolian Dave, today. All right. It's a lot of effort. Leave me alone. Dave's there from Genuine Comics. An Englishman, a Finn, and a Dutchie walk into a bar. What happens next?
Yeah.
It's like,
We have to wait for the clue.
Finally. Hell.
Is he referring to us? Because I'm not from Finland.
No, I was going to say, who's from Finland?
Right? Switzerland, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it wrong.
Uh-oh.
So you're a Swede. A Swede.
A Swiss. A Swede
Swiss.
would be from Sweden,
Swiss.
no?
Sweden.
Honestly. No, you think by now people would know?
Of course, David Feed, Switzerland, duh.
Yeah. I mean,
No, but now I want to know. Now I want to, Mr. Dave, Genuine Comics.
I need to hear the rest of that joke.
Now I want to hear the rest of the thing.
Whether or not I read it out on stream will be a different matter, depending on what it is you say. But
You know what I miss? Jokes, real jokes, not memes on the internet, but guys telling jokes. That's what I really miss.
Mm.
I'm not sure. I mean, you, Mr. Feed, you and I come, more closer to. Well, okay, you're way younger than me, but what I'm trying to say, you probably come from an era where people tell jokes, right? You come in a bar and there's some friends and you tell jokes instead of going through the internet and search for memes.
That happened like when I was like
really
growing up. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes. I have the right set of people.
Are you pre-internet or are you after internet?
Well, I got my first flip phone when I was 13, and I didn't have internet till I was about 15.
Okay. Okay, I had the internet when I was 13.
Really?
How old are you?
39.
I'm 28, so
10 years.
Oh, that's right.
Mm.
We were poor. That's what it was.
Okay. Well, that's not what I wanted to say. Oh my god!
No. We just didn't. We didn't because we didn't at the time. We didn't need it. We didn't use it. We just we weren't that.
Do you still have phones when you need to turn dial?
Yes. I had some of that. That was fun.
I knew all the telephone numbers from my head, but now when I look at my phone, it's I don't know what this number is and what does. Who am I calling? I don't know anything.
I remember when people tell you their phone numbers and they started having a lot of 7 and 8. You were like, oh my god, please not a lot of 7 and 8.
We got DVD and Film Bloke in the chat. Thanks for joining us, mate. He is becoming a regular. We appreciate it.
Really?
Roger Price Tunes in the chat. Welcome, mate. Something to do with not going out to pubs with friends.
Yeah. Also.
That still happened when I was growing up.
Yeah. I miss jokes. Really.
I think
silly, stupid jokes that make people laugh.
I think it still happens. It's just certain people aren't very susceptible to those jokes. You got to go careful who you tell them around these days.
Yeah. Well, yes. But what I meant is when you are going out with your mates or with friends or you were in a group, and then you said, "Hey, I got a joke," and people start to listen to you, and you tell the joke, and that's funny or not, but mostly, let's say yes. And then they telling a joke, and then you have a conversation. Then you have a great time because you are laughing the whole time about stupid things. And then also, you learn new jokes and you tell it to other people, and so it goes a little bit round and round and round. And that's instead of, hey, I'm sending you a screenshot of this meme that I found on the internet. It's just different. I think it's a bit of a social thing that when it comes to telling jokes that I really miss.
Do you know a joke? Tell us a joke, Marnus.
No, I know nothing about it.
One that won't
Maybe
get
10
me
years
through.
ago, but now not really. I have to find it on the internet.
I have to go in the. I know some, but they're like I know them in Spanish. I'd have to how does it translate to? That's the thing. The thing with jokes is like language is such an important part of it. With these nuances of language and double entendres and stuff like that.
Right. What's going on?
I got a troll there. I'm just trying to get rid of him. Again, that's come over from like I think I said last time there's like a movie community, like physical media community, and for some reason they get these same trolls popping up all the fucking time. And because I told them to go, I was in the chat. I told them to go fuck themselves and fuck off.
You was asking what's your favorite type? What's your favorite type?
I've blocked him now. I've got rid of him.
Cheese and crackers. I know a lot. Okay. Don't spam the chat.
Yeah, I might make maybe another couple moderators to look after it.
Yeah.
How can I? Also for that now, like say, Mr. Bass has been timed out. I apparently.
I was trying to figure out how to do it. I reported it. I timed it out. I deleted. I don't know. I just tried to get rid of him because.
I mean, that's what I mean with jokes. I mean, to these guys, jokes is trolling and spamming and whatever. So he got his 5 seconds of fame and now he's banned. Well, hey, good job, man. You're banned. Is that what you want? Is that what's supposed to be funny? I don't get it.
There has to be a finesse to this. When it's just bothering, it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
There's another one here.
I'm adding a couple of moderators. So Aria,
this Mr. Melody Jordan,
Dave from Genuine Comics, you're all moderators. You see any of these twats, just get rid of them.
Cheese and crackers, and he's saying the same thing as the other guy.
Yeah.
This Mr.
Yeah, it's just pathetic.
So let me try. Put user in timeout.
I think I'm also reporting them as well. Yeah, report.
Put in timeout. It's not working. It's working.
12-year-old child
by David Feet. I have the power now.
Yeah.
I've never put someone in timeout. My goodness. Okay.
It doesn't matter. It's just a matter of time, they are getting banned. Right? So
pain in the ass because it keeps moving my chat up.
Right. Yeah, you miss like the good comments when they're just spamming nonsense.
Yeah,
Mr. Charles, at least be funny.
Yeah.
So
Dave can already see he's got his thing. Yeah, he's got his.
I'll obliterate them.
Robin Aria, if you're still in there, if you refresh, you've got spanners too. So
yeah,
if you will protect my kingdom from these nasty trolls, that would be beautiful. Speaking of trolls, that brings us on to fairy tales pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
Look at that segue. See, I don't even get paid for it.
Did you call them and say, "Hey, by the way, go troll my so I can block you and make a fun"?
I just use and abuse. That's what I do. DVD and Film Below says spamming is essentially telling the same joke over and over again. Might be funny once, but it becomes annoying. Absolutely.
Yeah, unfortunately. Are they leaving dislikes? No, I don't see a dislike. So let's give it a like. Bam.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's all
Oh yeah.
It all works towards the algorithm anyway. So
that is true.
Whatever they do, it doesn't affect me. Sorry, I just put my laptop on. There we go. Now I'm brighter. So yeah, fairy tale movies. Before we get onto that, so we're gonna do something a bit different here because normally we just talk about movies and then Marinus usually segues us into comics at some point somehow talking about movies. I don't know how he does it. He manages to all the time.
Am I doing that?
So, me and the Bargain Bin team, as well as a whole host of amazing new creators, have actually launched a comic book on Indiegogo. and it's called Twisted Fairy Tales. Now, this has already been backed up to 50% so far. We did have backer number 1, Mr. David Feed, who is down below, or should I say,
Hell
Fairy
yeah.
God Feedomancer. That's such a... And yeah, so this is the comic. I've written a story for it. I do the Gingerbread Man story.
Ah, cool.
And there are, well, I'll go through the page for you. So you can see there's a picture of the hardback. It's very cool. That's going to be the hardback version. And I've been told I have to read out this poem because apparently Jacob has put a lot of effort into it. So I've got to read it out.
Okay.
So I will. So Twisted Fairy Tales, the YouTube show you love to watch, bring you an anthology truly top notch. Over 14 stories and over 80 pages. Rest assured, this is not for all ages. So sit back in your chair, drink up your ale, grab your copy of Twisted Fairy Tales. Showcasing creators both old and new, the bargain bin knew just what to do. Cool art, cool stories, all from cool scripts. To top it off, we added some sexy chicks.
Nice.
Yes.
Very well.
You know what? When he showed me that, I was like, you know what, mate, you should have been a poet. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, so it's definitely not an all ages book. There's some dark stuff in there, and there's also some dirty stuff in there. Not too dirty, you know. It's tasteful, of course.
He likes dirty things, so I'm kidding.
It's true. So as you can see here, this is all the stories. So they're all your classic fairy tales, but they all have twists. So it might be just a single twist in it. It could be the whole story is twisted, and every single one of them has a different style of art as well. So it's something for everyone, to be honest. We've got, well, I won't read out the whole list. Links in the chat, so you can look through everything yourself there. But as I said, I've done the Gingerbread Man story, and a guy called Eric, the arty guy, or Lord Eric, it's a very regal title, has drawn that, which is very cool.
So which one is your story again? Sorry.
So mine is the Gingerbread Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's one of that goes like really, really dark, really quick. Apparently,
it does. Yeah, it's I'd say it's one of the ones that's got probably the biggest twist in, which.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy for it, and you get an insight into my twisted mind.
Oh my god.
So this is Princess and the Frog. So this is just the first page. Oh, you've got the first page of a lot of them. Not all the first pages are up yet, because not all of them are quite done yet. This is... I can't even pronounce it. It's a Welsh name. And it's called, whatever that is, the Unpronounceable. So you can try and pronounce it in your own way if you want. But
wait! I have to see that. Where's that?
So you see,
the grey one.
Yeah. So that, or you can see, yeah, it's like
something like that. Unpronounceable.
Yeah, the Unpronounceable. But as you can see, as we're going through like the different like types of artwork, so this is the starting of the gingerbread story. Cool. It still needs to be colored. Which was on me, but apparently I fucking suck at coloring, so we're giving it to someone else, I think. I'm a writer. I'm just creative that way.
Yeah.
Demon Visorak's story, which was cool.
I like
Goldilocks.
The one I like is what the panel where it's, like pointing and the kid is crying.
Yeah.
You can see the pain in his face.
Oh my god.
I keep telling you can't afford the cow. Yeah. So Demon's a good guy. He's in CGK and he does a load of web comics. So he's cool. That's Goldilocks. That one's actually written by Commie Mark. You guys know Commie Mark, don't you? Yeah. And drawn by Shane. And yeah, you see Goldilocks is a little fat shit there. It's really.
Did she eat the bears? Is that the twist? She ate them.
We got the little bit thick mermaid, and as you can see, this one might have some boobs in it. What I especially like.
Yay for boobs!
Look at the fish's expression. You got the male fish with his tongue out, and the female fish is like, seriously, you're looking at her. And then,
and he's not looking at the fish part of her. He's looking at the boobs. You know,
yeah.
like, he's a fish, but he's not looking at the
and then
tail.
this fish up here is all shocked. He's like, "What's going on?" So there's this. And then this one, whose story is this? This is Rabbi from Another Planet. I don't know if you've seen him on YouTube.
Yeah, I was in a stream with him the other day.
So he's written this story, and he's had an artist to draw it, and it looks really cool. Again, like I said, completely different art style. This one I think we're going to be leaving in black and white, because it looks really cool in black and white, and I don't know if colors will make it better or not. So, but we haven't fully decided yet.
What's the fairy tale of the black and white?
Yeah, it's Red Riding Hood. That's by E.T. Madness at Maxworks. Again, he's a really cool dude. Work in progress, as he says. And if that's in progress, I can't wait to see what it looks like finished. And Night School. Again, this is more of a British European style, like old school comic book look. So to some Americans, it might look a bit like, it's not what we expect from a comic. But this is like if you look back at the old school British comics, you see a lot of this kind of thing. And extras, yeah. So we got print by Shane O'Sullivan. Very cool with the frog on it, who's obviously cracking onto the princess yet again. This is a gingerbread man print. So his hand actually started cramping up by doing all these runes. So
wow,
all these little hands. Yeah, it took him a long time to do it, and it gives you an insight into what the story might be about for the gingerbread man.
Some Cthulhu writings on the back.
There's also the Circumference zine, which is like a little magazine type thing. Again, really cool. We've got a badge pack with our faces on. Look, there's me, cartoon me, and the rest of the bargain bin crew. And we've also added Rattle and Roll, which is a book by Rob G. Price, as an exclusive for the big package.
Nice.
What's
that about?
So that is it's about a rat and a pig, and they stow away to, I think it's New York. So you can imagine the kind of comedy that's involved. I actually have the book. I bought it a while back, but I'm ashamed to say I still haven't read it yet. Sorry, Rob, if you're in the chat. I'll go over the perks quick. So we got the big package, which comes with literally everything. So it gives you the hardback, the softback, the digital, the Shane print, Lord Eric print, Circumference zine. You get a thank you in the book, and you also get the badge pack. So the badge pack is exclusive to the big package currently. Digital version, obviously, if you like digital, go for that. We have the floppy, hence we call it the floppy, and we also have the hardback. So Jacob thought it would be fun to have the tiers. So you've got the big package, the floppy, and the hardback.
Nice.
Well, the hard. So he obviously thinks a lot about dicks. All right. One of each. You can get one of each, and there's obviously a discounted price on that. Drawn into the book, so you get drawn into the book, which there's actually, I think it's at the end of my story that you get drawn into. There is original art on there for some of the stories as well. Shane's been added. Oh, that wasn't there before. That's cool. And you can also buy the cover as well, which Aria is currently working on. So there is a lot to this project. It's just really, really cool. Our main goal with this is basically just to get new creators out there and get them noticed, get them recognition, get them something published that then they can take away and show to people as proof of their work. And hopefully they get more work in the future. And So yeah, very, very cool. So I will shove the link, Control C, in the chat for people. Let me get rid of that one. But yeah, this is why we're doing fairy tales today. I thought we'd go over fairy tales quickly, seeing as launched a book on Monday and it's doing all right. It's doing all right. We're happy with how it's doing so far. To be fair, we'd be happy if we just had one backer. So
No, come on, let's do it. Let's get funded.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You have a flexible or I didn't
yes,
see.
flexible. So regardless of how much we make, it's being made.
Okay.
So
fantastic.
Yeah, and we do have stretch goals as well, but we haven't announced them yet till we're almost at the funding, and then we'll be announcing it.
I want to do one for them, but it's like I'm always struggling with my campaign and this and that. But I would love to do a at least 3 pages or whatever.
Well, message me, and I'll have a word with you guys. I'll just see, because I don't know, because what we also got to think as well is that the book's getting thick. We don't want it to get like uber thick, like to the point
I
where
know the shipping is super expensive. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
All right. So actually, there's been a lot of chat since I've been going through this, which is very, very cool.
Yeah.
I'm going back a little bit. So we got Stato in the chat. Welcome, mate. Thank you for joining us. And Silver Ogre is here too. Very cool. Nice to see some faces. Rob G. Price is, I don't know what he's saying.
He was telling a joke about, in Spanish. Oh.
The only joke he knows in Spanish. And it's a fairy tale. Okay. And they put the link in the chat. Of course. Thank you, mate. Film bloke. Tasteful dirty. We cut away before the orgasm. Woven my time. That's pretty low. Hey, you know?
Okay, so there is some nudity. We saw that.
Yes. There is in some story. It's not all just boobs. There is actual content in there too. But boobs help sell, and people like boobs generally.
Yes.
All I got was your eyes are large and quite. Oh, that's Spanish. Okay, eyes. You drew
that
this.
Was the Little Riding Red Hood joke.
No, I did not draw this. I suck at drawing. I suck. No, I'm not an artist unless you count artist with words. It's different. Looks sort of like Lufwich. I think he's trying to pronounce the name. I think. Play Tendo guys in the chat. Hi, Dave and other guys just popped over. Hope you're doing well. Doing well, mate. Thank you for joining. Who knows? You could keep it black and white. Yeah. It looks good. The little bit thick mermaid. It can't be as bad as the Disney film.
I like the Disney film.
If she dies at the end, then I'm happy. Yep.
Well, you won't like the next mermaid film, David. I can guarantee you that.
I've seen the rumors of that. I was like, oh, no, what the hell?
Prepare for the worst, man.
Is Ursula going to be a white male, a white straight Christian,
probably
gender male?
Yeah, and also fat because then we can all.
Oh, she's going to be fat and a lesbian.
I always wanted to be a mermaid. Dave ain't read it yet. No, I haven't, Rob. I'm sorry, I haven't read it. It's in my pile. I've still got to read it. I will read it. Rattle and Roll is dark. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're right, Dave. It's gonna be bad weather here, but it's gonna be okay.
There's a storm. Snow White stacked. Yeah. Posting a link. Not much room left. Not as thick as the Little Mermaid. What did I miss? We just went over the book, mate. That's what you missed. And Aria is one of the bargain bin crew. So if comics is your thing and you like comics, you like us in general, you can go sub to Aria's channel and Jacobus's channel where we swap every Monday, the bargain bin show. We go over comics, we play stupid games, and we pretty much make fools of ourselves. Or in the name of entertainment, and
Backing campaigns.
Yeah.
What is this wrestling thing you got going on? Like the other day, I hopped in your stream, and you were going over this wrestling thing, and I didn't quite understand. Is that like a CG competition, CG characters competition?
So that's on Jacobus's channel. So Jacobus has done like like the WWE 2K 13, 14, 15 games, like the video games.
Oh, those.
Yeah. Well, they got a create a wrestler thing on there. So what Jacobus is doing is he's making CG characters. And he's having them fight against each other.
Oh, okay.
And he's got one up. Is like he's done not Daredevil with Commie Mark versus Chaplin and Jan, Charlie's London partner. And they fight out and they hit each other with chairs and shit. And
that's cool.
Actually. Yeah. I thought it was a really good idea actually. So yeah, that's over on his channel. So it's really cool. So if you haven't subbed already, go sub to Jack. He's a good guy most of the time. Right. So should we get back to movies? I think movies.
Yeah, sure. let's do that.
Fairy tales, movies.
Yeah. So fairy tales. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to do anything in terms of like
yes
prep. Yeah.
I got 4 movies. It depends on the time and as people interested. Well, since I grew up in 70s, 80s, mostly 80s then. One of my favorite basically all of my favorite fantasy movies are going to share it. Let's start with let me share it. So I always want to play the trailer, but maybe that's not a good idea. Share screen. Silver Ogre, can I be honest? Okay.
Someone wants to be honest? Sure.
Yeah. Don't mind honesty.
Yeah, what's going
on? Rob G. Price. God, I hope not. Or if she is.
No. Can you guys see this?
Yeah, if I share it, hold on. Kroll.
Oh. Yeah, I remember that. But is that like a fairy? Are there fairies in that movie?
Well, it's a fantasy movie, right? Or is that the topic is a fairy tale?
I don't know. To me, it counts.
Technically, it's fairy tales, but I'll let this go. Let's go.
Because it's Kroll, we'll let it fly.
Yeah. So basically, it's I forgot the premise. I've seen this many times, but I forgot the premise. Give me a sec. Oh yeah, a prince and a fellowship of companions set out to rescue his bride from a fortress of alien invaders who have arrived on the home planet. But basically, there's a guy who finds a glaive called Kroll, and that is basically like, I don't know, Excalibur, something like that. And it's really, really good. It's really fun. It's highly adventurous. I like, these heroes versus monsters type thing. And the set pieces are really cool. And this is the glaive weapon, by the way. Well, not this guy, but this is so-called in the swamp. And yes, you can say, well, the special effects looks really cool and fake. Yes, it is. But at that time, it was really, really cool. It was really, how do you say, real like fantasy. There's like this structure here. I mean, it's really cool. It looks like a claw or something. Beautiful women. And then we have, of course, the cast.
Is that a matte painting?
Yes.
Oh.
I love matte paintings. So this is the glaive, and you can throw it like a frisbee. And it would,
very cool.
Yeah. And there's Cyclops, monsters, White Spider, which is cool. Yeah, it looks really fun. And lasers. I love the design from the costumes, etc. Like stuff like this. You don't see these fantasy structures anymore. It's more what we now see is all recognizable. And floating garb. Stuff like this. I just like it, and it's old school heroic fantasy movie, if you will, with always a gorgeous, beautiful counterpart. I mean, a girl in it, matte painting, spider. Look at that. Yeah, I cannot show. Well, it's as you can see. Look at this. How gorgeous she is. Beautiful girl.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you think that what you mentioned with the structures, that now that we have CG, that when they go in this fantasy thing,
Yeah.
they just go crazy overboard to where it doesn't even make sense, or we cannot really relate to it. Whereas before, it was more like, okay, they had to actually create something, and by the
Yes.
sheer fact that they had to create it, they had to make it, okay, we have to make it so that the proportions kind of make sense. Like if someone's going to live inside, it has to be so big that someone can actually live
Yes.
inside. That
Yeah.
this logic is kind of lost in the process of making everything CG. I mean, if you make it CG, it can be as crazy as hell, whatever, no? Because it's not actually there. You're like bypassing this logic when making this stuff.
Exactly.
Do I make sense?
Exactly. My next one is The Never-Ending Story. I love this movie.
Nice.
I've seen this many, many times as a kid, even as an adult. Um, do you see? Have you seen this, Dave?
Yeah, I love this movie.
Yeah. There's something, let's say, magical, if you will. Yeah. About this, and with Atreyu, I believe that's the
Oh, the
protagonist.
horse.
Yeah. Yes. That hurt really well. So what I can remember, it's about a boy that reads a book, and then somehow in the real world stuff goes bad, and it all linked to the book with the characters that in it, and there is a like this guy, this probably Jim Henson puppets in it, and a flying dog, and of course the hero. Well, they are both hero, but this is the hero in the story that comes to life, basically. And oh man, this part.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Oh, this is a lot of.
What way to depress the stream is this?
I just love this movie. It's everything that I need. And again, with the beautiful fantasy setting,
Yeah.
with weird structures, giant turtles,
We need more of this,
bullies,
man.
the whole fantasy trope, going into a fantasy world, meeting these weird characters for the first time, giant snake and this boy that finds the book and getting absorbed in the magical world that's presented in the book, and with all these crazy aesthetics, it's just fantastic. And now we have all special effects, but then it's all if you see this on the screen and you think, oh, this is fake, but when you see it on television, you are watching it, you think, oh man, this story is great, so much fun. It's dark, it's lighthearted, it has a good ending, feel good ending, if you will. And there are stakes, and the world is getting destroyed, but then again, not. Stuff like this. It's just fantastic. It's more like a journey, from point A to B, and I love these kind of movies. And beautiful soundtrack, by the way, also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rock
man,
people. The rock
that's
people
so cool.
Yeah. Hey, look,
Hanging on
representation. Yeah.
Black Wizards. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's almost like we were never really racist, and we were always, like very
Exactly.
diverse.
No, don't start marrying us off.
Okay.
So people like Crow, of course, and Arya didn't like the spider, mate. I'm afraid. In Crow. Didn't Crow try to set up a fantasy franchise after the success of Star Wars?
Yeah.
I think so, because even the bad guys, they had these helmets. They kind of look like stormtroopers, but just black.
Yeah, somewhat.
Never Ending Story was a film that blew Dave away as a kid. It's the film that turned him into a movie fan.
Yeah.
Practical effects.
I urge everyone, young and old, to at least watch this movie once. Yeah.
And Ryu's right as well. We discussed that the other few weeks back about practical effects. Much better. Much better. Yeah.
Like I said, they made efforts to create something that is in this world believable. So instead of, hey, go to a PC room and create some special effects, which is also cool, but you can see mostly that it's fake. And here, of course, as well. But this is not, these practical effects could be in this fantasy world a real place. That's the illusion that they are creating through practical effects in combination with, at that time, special effects without CG. I mean,
yeah, no, it's very, very, very cool.
Yeah, I love it.
I want to watch it now. I want to watch it again.
Yeah, me too. I'm a big fan. I need to watch this again.
In German. Yeah.
On my next one is Legend with Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
and
very
Tim
good.
Curry. Yeah,
I've never seen that one. Actually.
Man. Okay, let's say Tim Curry portrays the best devil ever in movies. So it's basically, let me go a little bit back. Sorry. So a young man must stop the Lord of Darkness from destroying daylight and marrying the woman he loves. So I'm not sure how old Tom Cruise was in this movie. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of Tom Cruise, but in this movie, I actually like him because maybe it was more, I don't know, an experience or something.
This was before he was Tom Cruise. This is like when he was Tommy Cruise or something.
Yeah. Tommy Cruise.
Yeah,
look at that.
Oh my God, he looks so young.
Good.
Yeah.
Looks so good.
And so again, with practical effects, a young boy becomes the hero, try to rescue the girl that he loves, but then in a different way. Of course, fake snow here, but it adds to the illusion that he is in serious trouble. And we have also, unicorns, fairies, trolls, monsters, various forms, magical items, weapons, a witch.
I mean, look at that though. Look how terrifying that is. If you're a kid watching that, right?
Yeah.
There's no comparison. Like if you have that in practical effects, it looks so much fucking scarier.
Yeah. Look at this. If I'm running into the woods, I'm running away. Are you crazy? Yeah. And the light adds also to the magical effect. It was a very how do you say, soft light, like you can see here, like the dawn is coming up, the sun, I mean. And obviously, I believe she has contacts, but I'm not entirely sure. But then with the makeup, making her skin very, very white, with all those tingly, flingly in around her, and then of course these weird structures, and then it looks great. This girl looks really beautiful, like a giant throne room or whatever. And then she becomes corrupt because the devil is seducing her, and she's turned into this. And this is Tim Curry with a lot of makeup. I didn't know at the time that it was Tim Curry. I didn't know even who Tim Curry was. But this devil, man, it's so freaking fantastic. Look how big he is, and the black horns. I mean, this is what you cannot do with special. Well, you can do it, but it doesn't look good. Here, it took I don't know how many hours to create this, and he was big. Look at this.
And the thing is, because it's attached to his actual face, when he moves his face, when he makes grimaces, it moves the rest. So it looks kind of natural. Like you cannot imitate that with CG. You'd have to spend hours and hours, putting all the rigs and whatever in the CG program. No, but this is just like, you put the makeup, and then when he moves, it moves. It's like,
yeah, but also, the statues behind him, like this whatever that is, screaming in pain.
Oh man,
stuff like that. Corrupting the soul, classic stuff, man. And he painted his whole body red. It's fantastic. And he has also hooves, like an actual devil. And like I said, I just like this old school magic movies before the whole special effects. But I maybe look at it more like a rose-colored glasses because I just grew up with these kind of movies. It doesn't take it away that they are good movies, but I can imagine that if you are younger, you do not watch this kind of movies, although I wish you do. you know.
Hmm.
But you are not familiar with Legend, Dave?
No. Also, I've seen the pictures of the devil dude, but
Yeah.
I've never seen the movie.
You should do like COVID Kev's doing, traumatizing his kids this weekend with it.
Yeah.
Do it. We don't endorse traumatizing kids, but you know, and yes, you do
Yeah,
film
but
Blake.
if you watch this as a kid, I mean, it must be scary with all the people with the grime on, and then seeing the actual devil in a movie, of course, but you know, portraying a devil, which really, and the sound effects, pretty cool. And if you are a Tom Cruise fan, well, this is probably one of his first major roles, or maybe his major role that broke through. And yeah, looks fantastic. Look at that, man! All the costumes and the things, the setting and the rounds. It's great stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it again, just for the fun of it. Yeah, so good. So my last one, Excalibur from
Oh
1980.
man, I love that.
Yes, probably the best, probably the best King Arthur movie ever made. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're
Correct me if
not.
I'm wrong. Okay,
No,
good.
I think you're pretty right.
Yeah, still holds up today, although it's from 1981. It's very mature. It's very bloody, and you have all the heroes. Is it Patrick Stewart on the left here?
Looks kind of like
I
him.
don't know.
Let me double check in a minute. So yes, you have and we have I forgot her name. She's gorgeous here when she was young. I'm gonna look that up. She's a famous actress. Yes, like I said, this is a King Arthur. Well, everybody knows King Arthur. This costume, freaking fantastic. Oh yeah, Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren is
Yeah,
was
of course it is.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Look at that, beautiful costume, and it was all before Game of Thrones. You know, and the costumes from that time. You know, with the metallic headpiece. I love that. I believe this was Merlin, and the
Yeah.
other one was Morgana, and they created what's the son's name? I forget.
Mordred?
Mordred. And yeah, fantastic movie. I cannot stress this enough. It's probably it's the best King Arthur movie ever made. It's bloody. It's the battles are cool. The story is fantastic because I believe this was one of the first live action King Arthur movies that was really successful with a great cast and a great story and a fantastic ending.
Oh, that's what's his face.
Which one?
Yeah,
The
can't
last one?
remember his name. Him.
This?
Yeah. Oh, what's his name?
I don't
He's
know.
in tons of stuff. No, I can't
We
remember.
we can look it up in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never forget this cover. I have rented this. Hey, is that Liam Neeson?
That looks like Liam Neeson. Yeah. I think I've seen this once. I think like
Really?
when I was really young.
Okay.
But I haven't seen it again, so I'm gonna have to get this and rewatch.
Yeah. Look at this costume, man. It's so freaking cool.
That's very cool.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude, the soundtrack. The soundtrack of this movie is like, oh.
Yeah, this was the Game of Thrones from that time period, although it's one movie. But you know, when it comes to set pieces, you know, the Lady in the Lake, the whole faithful adaptation, basically from the books, it's in here. It's in here. It's perfectly done. I cannot stress this enough. Well, okay, here's Mordred killing somebody.
Yeah, there we go.
Spoilers.
Spoilers, indeed.
It is definitely Patrick Stewart.
Exactly. Helen Mirren looks fantastic.
Just you think about the cast that's in this and what they went on to do.
Yeah. So let me go to the full cast and crew. Still a 7.4. That's great from the time. So we got Nigel Terry as King Arthur. I don't know who that is. Helen Mirren, Nicholas Clay, Sherry Lungi as Guinevere, Paul Jeffrey, Catherine Borman, Liam Neeson, yes,
Liam Neeson. Wow.
yes, as Gaiwan or Gawain, probably butchered that. And we have also Patrick Stewart as Leon de Grange or something like that.
There's a comment for you, I think, Marinus.
Oh, wait, let me double check. Let me share this. Okay, I'm going to go back to StreamYard. So what's the question? I hope you remake it soon with more black. Dude! Don't ruin my day.
Afro Saxon. Yeah, that's the guy, Gabriel Byrne. I couldn't think of his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
And fat women in armor.
That was a
right?
sword that's sex. It's got to be a giant dildo.
It's gonna be a dildo wedged
Yeah.
between two rocks, kind of like an asshole, and just
Mhm.
like the most I don't know, male ally in the kingdom is the only one who's going to be able to pull the giant dildo out. And not to be sexist, the dildo has to be flaccid all the time. Very
Yeah.
very feminist.
Sword's a phallic symbol.
It's the dildo in the stone. Pull it out, right?
Talking about jokes, my goodness.
Yeah, I agree, Jack. That was some really good picks, actually. Really, really good.
Thanks.
Picks.
I mean, like I said, it's all 80s movies, but I know there are a lot of people in the comment section that have never experienced this kind of movies because nobody talks about that. And I think, you know what? I'm going to bring it forth and see how people react and maybe say, hey, like King Arthur, I've never seen this movie. Let's try it. I urge you to do that. I mean, what you got to lose? A couple of hours, maybe?
I might have to pick up the, because they've got a really, really cool HMV premium release
really?
of it. So I might have to get that because it looks real nice.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea to do the IMDb slideshow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
a great idea, Marinus.
Great way not to get me struck, which is great.
Exactly, because like I said, I want you to show the whole movie in motion because sometimes the pictures doesn't do the movie justice, right? Because there's just still pictures. But, we cannot show trailers, unfortunately. So, yeah, what are you going to do?
Zoran the gay blade with a whip.
The blade.
Fahrenheit is in my YouTube watches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And DVD and Film Blog says I need to watch Legends. Do that. I hope you do. I hope you enjoy it. And if you see it, please, how do you say? Give us your feedback, if you will.
All right.
So what do you have?
Am I next?
Pan's Labyrinth. Cool.
Pan's Labyrinth. Talking about fairy tales, I think that this is fitting to start with this little clip that I got here. This is, what's her name? Emilia? Something like that. She's having a nice chat with an old man, and she has some fairies that are helping her. So does this work if I do this? Is it bigger or is it blurry? No.
No, this is good. This is good.
It's good? Oh, okay. There you go. Awesome. Are you ready for some fairy tale action?
Sure.
Yes.
Here you go. I am.
You two, please don't strike.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Damn. Uh-oh. What's happening? Oh, another fairy tale. Okay. Oh, no.
In the bloody...
Okay. So I'm going to copy your idea, Marinus, and put the slideshow.
Yeah,
I think that was fantastic.
Yeah, I'm just loading up my movies now with that.
We're all gonna copy you. Oh no. Well, I don't know. Yeah,
$1 per picture, please.
Oh. Here you
Donate
go.
to my PayPal. Yeah.
I love it. Also, talking about this is more of a, I don't know, a very adult take on a fairy tale.
Yes.
But I still really, really like this. This is Guillermo del Toro, one of my favorite directors of all time.
I'm sorry, David, for interrupting you. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Who is the little actress? I know her from somewhere, but I can't put my finger on it.
I don't know.
She looks like the one out of Stranger Things, to me. But obviously it's
this
not
one.
her.
No, it's different.
Oh, wait, no, not photo. Don't ignore me. I'm retarded.
Okay.
I wouldn't know. Oh, and the designs of the monster, man, this is so cool.
Yeah, but it's also really dark, right? And the aesthetic, and like I said, special effects with grime and makeup. It's freaking fantastic.
Yeah, we don't want to see that. I want to see the movie. What's this?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, here she goes. Does she say her name? Information here. People. Ivana Vaquero, apparently.
Yeah.
It's her name.
Okay, I have to look it up. I know her from somewhere, but not sure.
I have no idea. I just know her from this movie in particular. So, okay, the cat. No, we don't want to see. We want to see the monsters. Here you go. El laberinto del fauno.
Yes.
Well, the one thing I really like about Guillermo del Toro is that he has this thing where he makes like one movie that is very, very, very dark, very, like not commercial and just like a thing on its own. And which is, more often than not as successful financially as the others. And then he goes on to make, this very commercial movie like Hellboy and Pacific Rim and whatever other commercial stuff he's done. So it's almost like he makes those movies so he can finance the cool movies that he really wants to make.
Does he make movies anymore? Because what is coming out last from him? I
he made the Shape of Water, and I don't know if he made Pacific Rim, the second one. Maybe it was just a producer in that one. So I don't know. He hasn't done anything.
Yeah, I've seen the Shape of Water. Yes. Yeah,
I would guess
as a flair for how do you say, not for drama, but making really cool settings that you can get absorbed in the world, just like he did with Hellboy, just like he did in Pan Labyrinth. All these little bit of set pieces that he is putting there that sucks you in, so that you forget that this actually is a movie instead of whatever.
I remember watching this movie and my heart was pounding. Like this is one intense movie. It's not for the faint of heart. It's about the Spanish Civil War, if I got this correctly. It's about the time of Franco. And so the bad guys are like these military dudes who are like hunting rebels. Oh, kind of like Red Eyes. Duh. Maybe there's where I got some of my inspiration for my movie. And yeah, it's the story about this little girl who is basically going into this fantasy world to escape the madness of reality. Without going to too much spoilers.
Now, sort of real life is kind of the opposite. People go into this fantasy world to escape reality.
Yeah.
And make up shit and become activists.
Well, the thing is, like, reality is getting so crazy that this fantasy world is, like,
I'd rather be
relief compared to the madness of the real world.
Maybe not this one though, because this one looks a bit scary. So
yeah, okay. The fantasy world of Pan's Labyrinth is pretty dark. Yes, this actress, by the way, I think she's Mexican or Spanish. I don't know. And someone was mentioning her in one of the streams we did that she appeared in this movie called "Y tu mamá también." She's kind of the hot
girl. Say that one more time.
Y tu mamá también. Sorry. And your mother as well.
What did you say about my mom?
What's the question?
No, wait. Let's not go there. Anyway, she's very hot. The actress. I suppose your mom is very hot too.
I was like, hold on.
Anyway, so yeah, I highly recommend this movie.
I've got it up there on Blu-ray. It's in my watch list.
You should definitely check it out. But like, take your time. This is one movie that you want to take your time. Sit down, turn out the lights, and enjoy the ride.
It's pretty long, so I'm trying to find a time where I'm like, nothing else is on my mind. I can just sit there and watch, pay full attention, and.
Talking about Guillermo del Toro, and this is not really from Guillermo del Toro, but it's
Let me just address one question a minute. What is the difference between a fairy tale or a traditional fantasy? Well, fairy tale is usually based off a book or a story written a while ago. I don't know how long ago. I don't know what the actual definition is, but basically, I think that the thing got a little mixed. I think. Most people have just done fantasy movies rather than fairy tales, which is fine.
It's more that if you think of fairy tale movies, mostly animation or Disney movies are coming up.
Oh no!
Oh God, what is that? What have you just played? Hellboy.
What? Oh, yeah. Well, no. What happened?
I don't know. But so, like I said, Legend is a fairy tale. Believe it's in a category. Also, if I can,
the story was as well.
Exactly. So, like Sleepy Hollow, from Tim Burton, fantastic movie. Fantastic movie. when Johnny Depp was actually good.
You're not wrong, Jack. You're not wrong.
Does this count as a fairy tale story?
It looks fairy tale, so yes.
It looks it, yeah. I don't.
Yeah. What is
I
this?
saw.
Oh, Maleficent.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you guys think this is a good adaptation?
I hated this movie. I just saw it kind of in preparation for this, and oh my god, I hated it.
Yeah.
I thought it was like the thing on her cheeks was bothering me the whole time. It's like Angelina Jolie is hot and good looking, and they put this like two giant pimple looking deformities. It's like, what? Did no one saw that in production? I was like, yeah, this is not looking good. And
she was really here. I believe she was at that time. I don't know, some mental problems or something. And I heard she has been losing weight like crazy. That's why you see her face also, like that.
Yeah, she looks democrated.
I mean,
that's
still
the right word.
But
she looks awesome. What parts of her are not, like this prosthetic monstrosities there? But yeah, I don't know. I really didn't like it. Also, like these three fairy tales, like they barely appear in the movie, and they look like so. They almost look like nightmare fuel in a way.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like these three horrible monsters are gonna take care of the kid. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like the villain looks way better, less evil than this. I mean, if these three monsters would come to you flying with the giant heads and the small tiny bodies, say, "Hey, we want to take care of your kid," would you say yes? Well, like,
no,
fuck no, go away.
Fly rackets, the electric ones, to get rid of the flight. I'd.
So I believe this movie they made her the evil witch sympathetic, like misunderstood, instead of being actually evil like in the cartoon. I don't know what they were thinking. Just follow the cartoon, and that's what people are expecting. I mean, I don't mind doing some twists, but then making her sympathetic, like she is not really evil. So what's then the point then if there's no evil guy? Right?
Yeah, that seems to be a big thing with Hollywood at the moment. And I'm going to call them content creators, people like Netflix, Amazon. They all seem to want you to feel bad for the villain. They all want the villain to not actually really be that bad and have a reason for doing everything they're doing, rather than just actually being evil.
You mean like the part in...
Cruella, no? It's the last.
No. Just like in how do you say, Winter Soldier, Falcon, where there was terrorists and they are basically.
Fuck that bitch!
I'm misunderstood.
Spoiler! I'm glad she fucking died. Fuck that bitch.
Okay, I haven't seen that
shit out of me. I just want to smash her head in. I'm not a violent person, honest. Yeah, no.
I'm not a violent person, but fuck that.
Just like every time she
true.
was on screen and she started talking, I'm like, shut your fucking mouth, you piece of shit. Just she annoyed me so much. I don't know what it was. She just got to me so much. I was like, just Winter Soldier, use your arm. Just just
punch her.
A koi or someone come along, stab her. I don't know. But yeah, that's over now, luckily. Yeah. What were we saying before I got on a bit of a...
I don't know. I feel so. Mr. Jacob was saying that I blame the MCU and Thanos. So many people felt he was right. They ran with it. Everything else everything else. Yeah. Also, ever since the MCU, like I had a thing with what was this robotic villain, of the Avengers, Ultron. Like I always thought that Ultron whatever. He was like always quiet and very to the point.
He was
in the movie.
Yeah,
just like a robot, right?
Calculated.
Whereas in the movie, so like you making puns and being sarcastic, and I was like, that doesn't fit the face of this creature.
No, and he has human-like robot eyes, but makes no sense because Ultron doesn't have human eyes, and he was, jokey. I mean, are you kidding me? He's a killing machine. He's basically the Terminator. You know, okay. Let's before I go
I
rant.
mean, I won't say nothing about the MCU because
Yeah.
I'll admit I'm a fan, and I just I'll glaze over it because I've accepted it's a separate universe in the comics, and that they can do whatever the fuck they want over there. If I enjoy it, I enjoy it, but I'm not like when it first started, like with Iron Man and everything. I was like so fucking hyped on it. It was
Yes.
unbelievable. So I was like,
Yes.
it's Tony fucking Stark, Iron Man. And then eventually it sort of goes. Yeah, it was a good movie, I guess. So.
Yeah, it's gone to the point that they went from being like, oh my god, finally they're making comic books, to where it's like, oh, whatever, just another one. Have you seen it? No, I haven't seen that one. I'll see the one I like. It's just it's
It'll
like with
be
zombies.
interesting to see how they do now with this whole break, like with Black Widow. You got Shang-Chi coming up as well.
Yeah. Doesn't do it.
What's it called? Eternals.
Oh, no thank you.
See, the thing is, I've not even watched a trailer for it. Normally, like, before, I was always like, as soon as a trailer comes out, I'm like, I have to watch it now.
It's the most boring thing
you've not watched it.
Oh, Angelina Jolie's in that one, no? She's
Yes.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll watch it, but I'm not like super hyped like I used to be. And this whole villain thing that we're talking about, that would make a really good topic for a stream, actually.
Oh yes, that's a good idea.
Okay,
that's a really good idea.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that for the next time.
Yeah.
Bam.
Oh yes, Dark Crystal.
Oh,
I was talking about good fantasy fairy. Would this count as a fairy tale?
Yes. Well.
Yes. Okay. It counts.
I'd say yeah.
I remember the first time I was watching this, I was like, in the middle of it, watching, it's really cool. And I was like, wait, there's something wrong with the faces of the actors. Like, what? Is this movie so old? Is it blurry? What's going on?
It's
Till I
also
realized, like, what the fuck? They're marionettes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was blown away by the fact that they were just marionettes.
This was so good. So good. I haven't watched the series, by the way. There was a series coming out like year back or so.
Yeah, and Netflix now.
Yeah, Netflix already done a series, and it got cancelled after one series.
What? Why? Okay.
I don't think they got the views they expected it to.
Yeah, because they weren't black enough or something.
I think they tried to go woke with like rebellion and we stand together and we are the resistance. It was maybe in the time of Trump or something like that. So like, oh come on.
But yes, this was a very
the vultures, man. The vultures, they terrified me.
Yeah,
they are grotesque figures, like.
And they were so evil. I remember like the movie starts and like one of them throws another one in the fire just because, or like they just start laughing or something like that happens at the beginning of the movie where one of the bad guys throws another one in the fire just I don't know, for shits and giggles, and they're like laughing. But something like that happens. I don't know. They do some really creepy stuff. Like I think the point is that the vultures are connected to the good guys, and there's one for one of them. And if one of the vultures dies, one of the good elder creatures dies as well. So there are points in the movie where the good guys are about to win, and so the vultures, they like kill themselves on purpose to kill the other, so the other one dies as well, and they don't succeed in whatever they're trying to do. Yeah. Like these creatures are straight up evil.
Skeksis, if I remember correctly.
Yes. That's the name of the vultures.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dave's correct to me.
Sorry.
I didn't read the Dave comic, so. But yeah, this, like I said, this is high fantasy, and I really love I wish we could make a fantasy movie that's really fantasy. Use your imagination, go all out. Show something that we have never seen before. Instead of, hey, there are flying cars in the city, like Star Wars and Valerian and other billion science fiction movies.
I think a big problem with it is that nowadays they just try and make everything so grounded.
Yes.
And so
Exactly.
Like, they have to relate it back to the real world. There has to be something. Like the villain has to resemble like Donald Trump or something, or
Yeah.
something. And it's like, no, just fucking look. Make some vulture-looking, skexy fucking things.
Sexy
Add some more
sketch.
puppets into it, right? Add a giant flying dog, and just make some fantasy shit. Let your imagination run wild. That's where we get some of these best movies. You look at the kind of stuff that they do in these movies, like Dark Crystal, like Neverending Story. They must have been smoking some grade A stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I think so.
yeah, and just do it. Just take a chance, man. Fantasy is dying currently. It needs a rebirth.
You need some twisted fairy tales. Add something crazy to the mix. Yes.
Lovely.
Dave said he did watch the series, only 2 episodes. He didn't care much for it. Well, that says a lot. Because he obviously likes it quite a bit. Ryu Civil War was the best one. Iron Man after things got bad anyway. Yeah.
I don't remember this part of the Dark Crystal. That's strange.
No,
Do you remember the Skepsis doing this?
This is not Dark Crystal.
I've seen that.
Oh, really? Are you sure?
Yeah, I've seen that. That's Hellboy. And you know what? A lot of people hated that reboot.
I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I just love the parts with the super creepy monsters.
Yeah.
The CGI, actually, the CGI in that movie was fantastic, but the movie was bollocks.
See, I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, I like the monsters. Does that count?
and Jacob was dissing Grease again. I won't have that on my show, mate. I'll put you in a timeout. Movie. It was something I've never seen. David and Mankini. Well,
wait, this one?
Yeah, I think me. It's not about horror movies at Rob. Oh, that wouldn't be horror. You'd love to see that, don't lie. Yeah, fantasy is a way to escape reality. You can have allegories and metaphors, but for God's sake, a fantasy reality can go fuck itself. Yeah. I 100% agree. I'm on your side this time, Dave. I like the Hellboy remake.
This time.
Bloody hell. I think that's the first time anyone's ever agreed with me. So someone mentioned this film earlier, so I had to give it some love because I fucking love this film. It
The Labyrinth?
is. Can you guess it from the picture?
I would say The Labyrinth. Oh. Okay.
Willow. I have the Blu-ray Steelbook, and it's amazing. Yeah, I love this film so much. So much. Val Kilmer is usually great in most of his roles, even in his shitty lower budget movies. And then you got Warwick Davies
before he was big.
Yeah, Warwick Davies in it as well. It was just, again, it was around. I think all these came out around about the same sort of time. What the fuck? That's an advertisement. Okay, there you go. Look at Warwick Davies there. Look how young he is. And it was. Look, this was the Hobbits before they were Hobbits from Lord of the Rings.
True that.
Yeah, they're going on a journey. All the little people. Am I allowed to say little people? I don't know.
And they were dwarves, right?
Yeah. Like a whole. Literally, look how many they hired. And everything was practical, and he had to deliver a baby, which got. And then look at that. Look at that. That's how you want a villain to look in fantasy.
Yeah.
This just
freaking fantastic.
Oh yeah, and the sword fights were cool. These guys were something else. They were like little tiny.
I don't remember that.
Nice.
He's been in loads of stuff. I can't remember his name now. But yeah, and the posters as well. That's the other thing about old school fantasy is the posters. You don't get posters like that anymore.
No, that's kind of a lost art.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they all look like this in the distance, and the other one goes there, and the other one goes there, and that's the movie poster instead of going all out with the art, etc.
Question: could a film like Willow still be made nowadays? No.
That be ableist to show like
yes,
dwarves?
because
That's
they'd be
like ableist.
Exactly. They'd be like, "Oh, it's taking the piss
Ableist.
out of what are you supposed to call short people? Like, you're supposed to call them dwarfs or little people or what? I don't actually know.
Dwarves, I believe, because Dave, can I share? Speaking of dwarves, can I share a fantasy movie?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, so give me a second. I almost forgot this one. Share. So it's an 80s movie.
Oops, did the wrong thing.
Oh, yeah, me too. Okay, do it again. Sharing. Share screen.
Max says little people. Could be little people.
Good enough.
I don't know. Whatever they prefer to be called.
So the next thing.
Yeah, dwarf. So it's about a young boy.
I'm not sure we can call him that.
Vertically challenged.
I don't think. I'm not sure that's the politically correct phrasing. So
I like
it. This stream does not endorse that kind of talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Time Bandits, by the way. It's about young boy actually joins a band of time-traveling dwarves, so not challenge people, as they jump from era to era for looking for treasure to steal. So it's with Sean Connery and John Cleese and Shelley Duvall and a lot of other people. This is so much fun. And it's in the same trend of, all these other movies that I showed before, with practical effects and hey, look, a young Sean Connery. And they are jumping from time to time, and it's very funny stuff. Like I said, I cannot explain much of it. You have to see it, and also stuff like this.
No.
Do you have to?
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, it's a Pigman.
Way before Demon Slayer did it.
Yeah. And these are John Cleese, some kind of a giant, but some guy just with a camera pointing up, so it's not really a
bit
giant.
like me.
Yeah. I believe this was more of a comedy adventure movie. It was a lot of fun. The typical 80s special effects. I just recommend it just to see it, like I said once. It's really fun. All these guys are funny. They have the best jokes, and when you can make jokes at that time. Well, that's the only thing that I wanted to show you. This Time Bandits, definitely recommend. It's a fun movie, just adventure movie with time traveling midgets. Challenge people.
Okay. I don't know what. Yeah. Jacobus makes a comment. I just realized Darksiders Comics looks like the Flash earbuds Thorn gave up villainy and writes screenplays in Starbucks and has never looked back.
Okay.
Jack's a bit of a twat, just so you know. I miss Robin Williams. Yeah.
I'm just
yeah. Robin Williams is fantastic. I'm actually on a mission to collect all of his movies. I'm doing quite well, actually. I'll have to check to see how I'm doing. But yeah, he's one of my favorite actors of all time. His stand-up's fantastic. So I did start preparing a PowerPoint because I was like, oh, fairy tales, and then I went to it. I was like, this is taking too much time. It's not worth it. Yeah, I started looking at like Beauty and the Beast. So there's been so many renditions. These are just 5 I've seen. There's tons more. So obviously you got the animated Beauty and the Beast from Disney. Then you've got live action remake from Disney. You got Beastly, which is Beauty and the Beast, but it's like with good looking people and different. I mean, I watched it. I think I got it on Blu-ray somewhere. It was all right. I like Vanessa Hudgens. That's the. And the Beauty and the Beast series, I really like that. It was done by CW. So a lot of people hate it anyway because of that. But I actually really enjoyed it. And I think it was because of Kristen Cruick, I think is how you pronounce it.
Cruick or something from Smallville.
Yes.
Good-looking actress, by the way. Yeah.
I think she's half Asian, Chinese,
Yeah.
maybe. I think.
Yeah, I believe Asian indeed. Chinese, I don't
Yeah.
know. Japanese.
Something like that.
And she played Chun-Li
Yes. Yeah.
in a very bad movie.
Yeah.
Isn't she
Which
the one
one?
from this series, That 70 Shows?
No, that's the other one
Ah, yes.
from Beasley, I believe. Right?
And
Vanessa Hudgens?
then, yeah, and then you had the French one, La Belle à la Bête. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how a Bristolian pronounces French. So, it's got Vincent Castle in it as the Beast.
Cool.
Really, really good. Let me get that one up because I don't feel like enough people know about that movie.
We need to give the French some love, I believe.
Where's Soul?
Yeah. Yeah, where is he at? Where is Soul?
Hail the panel. We have a new one. Wiz
Hey,
Jizz
Wise Guys.
Entertainment.
Wise
Guys. Sorry.
Whiz Jizz.
Sorry.
Wise Guys, you know that's not your name. Ignore Dave.
No.
It's not a French name. It's not Louise Giza.
Louise Jesus. Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, the one with Linda Hamilton was good, actually. I didn't watch the whole series. I've only seen a few episodes. All right, let me share this. Share screen. So many buttons to press to get to the bloody thing.
Yep.
There we go.
Silence of the Lambs. Activity from a bloke. Okay.
I'll do images so I don't get struck. But it's very cool and it's a very interesting retelling. So it's got.
Show me the actress. Ah,
wow.
I know her.
Nice.
Yeah.
She's really cool.
She's a really sexy woman. Yeah.
Vincent Castle.
Oh, he's the husband of what's her name?
Monica Bellucci?
Exactly. Oh, she's smoking hot. Monica Bellucci. Still.
So many ads. Go away. Yeah, Vincent Castle is the prince.
Yeah.
He makes a good prince.
Whoa.
It's also got other
What's
creatures
this?
in it as well. That's
What?
and you can see it's really cool.
That's
Like he
cool.
jumps off like a giant stone gargoyle thing. There's obviously a lot of CGI in it.
Wow. Okay.
She is stunning. So you got little creatures there. So sorry, I'm trying. It's all the same
I saw two little creatures, and they weren't that little, by the way.
There's the beast. That's one of the big stone giants. So it's a very different retelling. It's the same basic story, but it's got a lot more in it and a lot more sort of.
Wait, can you go back to that ship thing?
Yeah.
Was that a painting or was that like CGI or what? Whoa!
Well, it looks good, man. This old town.
Wow, that's.
Where did I import it from? I can't remember. I got it out there somewhere. Out there. Australia. Yeah, it's an Australian release I got.
Wow.
It's really, really good. I highly recommend it. Let me see if I can find some.
I love costume dramas if it's done well.
The beast looks really good.
Yeah, a little bit too CGI for me, my taste, but it looks great. Yeah.
But like all this is really cool.
Wow.
That's castle. But this
that
film,
looks awesome.
For me, it gets nowhere near the attention it should. Vincent Castle is a fantastic actor as well.
Cool. Wow. I need to see this.
Lots of feet. Why, look, this isn't a feet stream. Why are they showing so many feet?
Fetish.
More poster.
Yeah.
Poster. Blu-ray cover.
She did some very hot stuff with another girl in Blue is the Warmest Color.
I've never seen that. I've never
seen
it.
Spicy. Very spicy.
No, I won't. No. It's okay. All right. Yeah, so that's that. Let's see what the chat's saying. Yeah, so why... Which jizz is amazing.
Whizzing and dizzing.
Look, he's not going to show up again if you guys bully him. Thank you for coming, Wise guys. I really appreciate it, mate.
Yeah, man.
Silence of the Lambs winning is amazing, given it was a small horror thriller, and the Oscars hate horror. Yeah, potentially an Oscar subject in the future, maybe. Could be. Remember the 80s Beauty and the Beast series set in modern day, starring Linda Hamilton and Ron Perlman as the Beast. Yeah, Ron Perlman's fantastic as well. I really like Ron.
Yeah.
Yowza. I'll see this movie. Yes. I've been called that often. I don't mind.
Sorry. Sorry.
Who's the lead actress? What did I say her name was?
Let me.
Leah Seymour or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna share it if you.
Somewhat French.
Just give me a second.
Why did they make the Beast CGI compared to the Devil in Legend? It was made a lot later. It was made in 2014. That one. So it's only what, 7 years old now.
You.
Yeah. Adele X. Jesus Christ, I cannot. It's her more in a way other role, but okay. This is not really well. This is a fantasy, by the way, but my fantasy.
You don't like his hair. I don't like her.
All right.
So this is a some kind of a lesbian drama or something, and the.
All right. Well, we know what you watch, Marinus. That's fine.
The scenes are smoking hot. If you want to see some very cool erotic, almost, how do you say, prawn like sex scenes, this is the one that you should watch. But the story's just good. Yeah.
What do you mean prawn? Like the what's the name of the prawns from District 9?
No, if you
shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
Do I need to spell it for you?
I missed the previous comments. There's silence and I'm comment. Yeah, it did sound pretty random to me when I read it out. So yeah, I obviously missed something. My bad. I'll repeat it. Thank you. Fun that the animated Beauty and the Beast was the first and one of the few animated films to be nominated for Best Picture, but it lost to Silence of the Lamb. There we go. Now that makes more sense. I did wonder why you randomly brought up Silence of the
Lamb. Yeah, that's true.
I'm tired. Thanks for the tip, Marinus. I'll watch that with my girlfriend this weekend.
Well, you never know where that leads to, right?
Prawn again, Christian.
You need to spice up the sex life, Dave.
Pornographic.
Pornographic.
Oh, okay.
Woo!
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah.
That's not good. Yeah. So I did like pick out some other ones. Like you had the Hansel and Gretel movie, the one with Jeremy Renner, Gemma Arterton. Remember that one?
Yeah, I've seen it. Was the villain as the French actress what we just spoke about?
Maybe it's been a long. I watched it once. It's been a long time.
You know, the Matrix girl with the.
Maybe.
You know the actor from The Beast and the Beauty, or the other way around. Her husband, Monica Bellucci.
Oh yeah, Monica Bellucci.
Oh yeah. So Hansel and Gretel. You know, I kind of enjoyed it. It was a silly action movie. It wasn't a great movie, but it was fun, you know. And then Jack the Giant Slayer. Again, I kind of enjoyed it. It wasn't amazing. Just a fun little movie. And then I kind of ran out of time and had to go to work, so I got nothing on that next slide.
I'm sorry. Just go ahead. I just wanted to say.
Oh, okay.
Well, speaking of fairy tales, I spoke this in another video, and this is still one of my favorite, very, very, very dark fairy tale movies, also from the 80s. I'm going to share it, and it's basically a horror, coming of age fairy tale movie. And there are
sounds
no worries, Silver.
Already.
Thanks for joining us, mate. Oh, wrong
fantastically
one.
interesting.
Cheers, mate.
Hey, Silver. Bye, man. Company of Wolves again.
Yes, that is
This-
technically.
It's a
Fairy
fairy tale. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about with like Red Riding Hood, and of course the wolf. There's nudity in it. There's stuff like this in it. This is the movie posters. Coming of age, fantastic setting, very believable. Gruesome stuff. Okay, I get it. Show me the
Zeit der Wölfe.
like this.
Whoa.
Yeah, peeling off skin, skeleton hands. It's yeah. Like I said, it's a horror with werewolves and some kind of a twisted fairy tale, if you will. And this actress is I don't know. Woo! Look at that, man.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, looks freaking fantastic. I hope there's some better pictures that I wanted to show. No, so we have
There's
crazy
only
here.
so much they could probably show from it with
Yeah,
because
beautiful.
I know they like with horrors they limit the pictures that can go on.
Yeah, I love it when they are. I love this kind of movie that's in the woods with castles and villages, and they are so believable because of the props, the settings, the music, the whole surroundings, and the costumes. It makes it all very believable, if you will. And I urge you to watch at least. Well, I've said it many times today, but you need to watch it. It's like I said, it's it's this guy who I'm forgetting the name.
Shit, what's his name?
Yes.
That guy.
Yes.
He's in everything, but you can never think of his name.
Exactly.
Yeah. Did you guys ever see that thing? It went around Facebook and Twitter for a bit. It's like a group of there's about 20 actors on there, and you see them in everything, but you can never remember their names.
Yes.
He's one of them.
Yeah.
No idea.
So yeah, Company of Wolves, creepy shit, if you will, with horror, and do you want to have a party with wolves at the table? I want to show that creepy scene when he transforms. I don't want to see puppets. Go away.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's also twisted stuff. Come on, where is she? Oh, still beautiful. Here, he's the wolf that transforms. Come on, give me that juicy stuff. Where is it? Go away. Maybe it's not really in here. Yeah, there's a wolf bursting through. Where is it? Oh yeah, he's basically to transform, and then the wolf basically comes out of his mouth, so it all's getting ripped open, etc. Looks gruesome. And then he peels off his skin, and then beneath the skin there is then the wolf. You mean like this?
Yeah.
Of course, it's all props and rubber, etc. But at that time, if you see that for the very first time, that's crazy stuff, man. And a naked wolf lady. Very cool. Very cool stuff. Here we go.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, it's way different than the transform in 1 second scenes. But hey, this is a fairy tale movie. Looks cool, right?
It does.
It does. Yeah. Okay, that's it, guys. That's what I wanted to share.
All right. I thought I'd bring up this is what I was talking about. These people. So actors you always recognize, but you can't name any of them.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh my. Oh my.
Yeah, I've seen them, all of them, many times, but you are right. I have no idea.
I couldn't tell you the name of. Anyone.
It's true.
Wait. The second row, is that's the guy from Drive Angry, isn't he?
Yeah, but what's his name?
Someone in the chat said it the other time. He has like a really weird name.
Yeah, That's what I mean. You can never learn their names. It's ridiculous.
William something. Yeah. Anyway.
So we had a really good question in the chat actually from DVD and Film Bloke.
Okay.
You could write your own fairy tale movie. What would it be like?
Ooh, that's a nice one.
I
have to think about that. Dave, you first.
Dave or David?
You pick.
All right. If you could write your own fairy tale movie, what would it be like? I read a synopsis. I didn't read the whole thing, but I read the original Pinocchio, and I thought that was fantastic for a action horror story with a like this monster thing out of wood killing people left and right
with his nose.
With his nose, like maybe it's like for a horror movie where he like his spiel is that he grabs them and then starts telling lies and lies and lies until the nose like goes through the
That's dark, man.
Or maybe it's like poetic, like he tells lies that relate to the lies that the victim is saying, like he grabs someone who was, I don't know, infidel, unfaithful, and then he starts telling lies about his love life, and because the other one was unfaithful, and then the nose grows, and then
straight through.
Okay,
That would be
think about
really
that.
creepy.
It's actually a good one.
That's my idea. There you go.
Okay.
So, Marinus, your turn.
No, wait, I'm not ready.
Okay. Well, I always thought, like actiony, where like someone, like finally chops his hand off, but because it's all wood, it's all full of splinters, and then he grabs his, stump full of splinters and just like wah, and kills the other guy. A killer Pinocchio.
Well,
yeah, I like that actually.
I like that.
I'm sure it's been done before, but
Hey,
there you go.
That's a cool little story. I think mine I'd have to use the gingerbread man, and I go with the same premise that I've done my story for in Twisted Fairy Tales. So if you want to see what that is, you got back the book.
Right, that's a good.
Good
segue.
Yeah, nice little segue. Yeah. So let me.
I think mine would be Krampus.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that, because I know that he is existing. I know there's some B-like movies made with him, or from the legend or fairy tale, if you will. I'd do something like high budget or something. I'm not sure what the premise is, but Krampus is a cool character, I think. Taking kids, they are naughty or something, and then I don't know, just making something gruesome about it. It must be a horror story, of course, but yeah,
cool.
Yeah. I'm not sure what to do, but something different. Krampus.
Okay.
So Krampus is a guy with the hoofs that follows Santa, and he takes the naughty kids.
Ah, okay. Yes, that was it. Yes. So maybe
I quite enjoyed the movie. Actually, they did that. I quite like that.
I believe there is a movie called Santa versus Krampus or something. Really, and I believe it was very good, or very entertaining at least.
Film Bloke says his would follow the Grimm's fairy tales more closely, no holding back. Yeah, and those things are dark. Ever heard the fairy tale movie The Adventures of Prince Ahmed? It's quite cool with the use of shadow puppets. I've not. It sounds like a really racial parody, but
yes, wise guys. It was it. That was the name.
Saw the Company of Wolves months ago for the first time ever. I loved it. That scene where people involuntarily transform into wolves is very interesting.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a twisted fairy tale. Ah, see.
Cool.
Yeah, 80s werewolves movies had awesome visual effects.
Yeah.
You reckon you can name some of those actors? Keith David. I don't know which one that is.
No, me neither.
Terminator. That sentence needs restructuring, mate. Which sentence? My lunch is over. My lunch. Well, I'm not sure it's supposed to be full stop, so I gotta get back to her. All right, cheers for popping in, wise guys.
Hey man, thanks for coming. Tirnanog. Oh yes.
The Land of Youth or the Children of Lear would be an interesting thing to see retold as a TV show or movie.
I know that word Tinanog, I believe, from the comic Slain, who was a UK based. Or is it from 2000 AD? Yes, it's from 2000 AD. Slain. Simon Bisley did it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that's I remember the word Tinanog, but I didn't understand the reference at that point. But I believe it's Celtic mythology, if I'm correctly. Maybe Shane can help me out. Maybe he is a little bit more familiar with that. But
I know Shane's Irish, so maybe some.
Okay, yeah.
So you might know something a bit about that. I don't know.
Yeah, Irish folklore, that would be cool, with wood gods and ents and fairy tales like that. But then the Celtic version, it's pretty bloody. Yeah.
So what we're saying is we all like dark, disturbing shit.
Yeah, we are messed up, man.
horror movies of Pinocchio going through someone's head with his nose, and kids getting taken.
Yeah,
exactly.
Gingerbread.
Yeah, one of my favorites is this the Nibelungen saga, or the Nibelung Ring saga, the one with the Siegfried and the dragon, where like slays the dragon and bathes in the blood of the dragon and becomes invulnerable, except for a little leaf,
okay, cool,
little tattoo on his back, and then you know what I'm talking about.
Oh no, sorry, I'm not responding to Rob Price tunes.
Anyway, it's kind of like Lord of the Rings, but I think it's more like German.
Okay.
Basically, I wanted to do the Sword in the Stone, like Excalibur them, and also very serious, high budget, and great casts and music, and it needs to be dark, because it's a dark fairy tale, right? No, it's not really a fairy tale, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I suppose King Arthur kind of is, no?
Like Merlin acts kind of like a fairy tale to Arthur.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. I'd say it was a fairy tale because it's not true, but it's.
Well, it's more like a myth, right?
Like a story that's been told through generations.
Exactly.
Which when people make jokes in the bar.
Yeah.
It's just fairy tales are just stories that have been told through generations, passed on and on.
Yeah.
And they're all in the public domain, so you can do anything with them, which is great. Since we're talking about fairy tales and fantasy, I'd like to throw in Howl's Moving Castle.
Japanese. Yes, nice.
Yeah, I did see that on a few lists, actually, about fairy tale movies.
It's from Studio Ghibli, if I'm correct.
I don't think I've ever actually seen it. I think I've seen bits of it when I was younger, like bits on TV, but not actually watched the whole thing.
Well, it's about a moving castle. That's really cool. Like the Beast of Bodmin Moor. Okay, a Bodmin Moor, if I'm saying that correctly. Ring of Nibelung. Nibelung's Lied based on Germanic folklore. Richard Wagner. Okay. I know Wagner.
The March of the Troll. The one with the.
Wait, Rob's our resident linguist. He speaks like 4,000 languages.
Wow. Okay.
What? Really? Okay.
Well, I don't know if it's exactly 4,000, but basically, if you ask him if he speaks a language, he just starts speaking in it. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah, he knows it. Like he's really fluent in Chinese or Cantonese.
Oh, I'm jealous.
And that's why he's coming out with
Götterdämmerung. Yeah.
Götterdämmerung.
Yeah. The Twilight of the Gods, if you will.
Yeah, that is why Disney started out fairy tales. Didn't stop them killing the public domain, but still. Yeah. Twilight of the Gods.
Yeah.
Tir na Nog is the Irish overworld in mythology. The legend of Oisin, Niamh, and the White Horse. I loved hearing about it in primary school.
Oh man, I need to dig in. I love mythology. I really do. Bit of Chinese, Mandarin, cool.
Wow. Okay.
Nice, man.
Whatever languages you speak, Rob.
Jealous.
That's cool.
No.
I know he's learning Welsh currently.
All right, me bummers.
No, that's Bristolian. He can speak that already.
What's
Lord
the difference
Sinatra in the
between
chat.
Welsh and Bristolian? What's the difference?
Well, it's more south. Welsh is very different.
Okay.
Have you ever actually heard a Welsh person speak?
Maybe in movies, but not really. Can you
Yeah,
replicate that?
yeah, it's a separate language. Like, it's actually a separate language.
Really?
We've got Lord Sinatra in the chat. Thank you for joining us, mate. Appreciate that.
Hello there. Howdy, he says. English and rubbish.
Please don't make a song about, us saying, killing children and taking them away. Piercing people with the nose.
Yeah, I don't know. It took a dark turn, really.
It took a really dark turn all of a
I
sudden.
blame you with your Pinocchio story, man. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, man.
I feel like you had been like imagining that for quite a while.
Oh yes, I've been
Pinocchio stabbing people with
Let's
his
throw it
nose,
out there real quick.
impaling people as he went past.
He slowly tells them lies in their
Yeah.
faces.
What's Rob
Cool.
saying now? Rob's throwing out a load of words I don't know. Rattenfanger. What?
Rattenfänger.
Rattenfinger. That's how do you say? The Pied Piper. That catches.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ah, the Pied Piper of Hamelin. There we go. That would be quite a cool story. I think there's been a few movies like that's sort of done a similar.
Oh man, that would be cool if you do a horror movie when the Pied Piper controls the rats and six of them on people or something.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Maybe some bigger rats, like tank rats or attack rats. Exploding.
Isn't that like in Warhammer Fantasy? Isn't there like a whole race of rats?
Yes, Vermintide.
Vermintide. Skaven. Skaven.
Yeah, Skaven. Yeah.
That
would be cool.
They also have like. Oh, have you seen the? Oh wait. How long can we? Like 10 seconds? That's okay. No, but the trailer is more than 10 seconds.
Well, play it and we'll just pause it and talk through it if you want.
YouTube. Yeah. What the hell is wrong with you? All right, let's do it.
They don't like me for some reason. Let me know and then I'll put it up when it's up.
Oh my goodness, it's not working. I'll let you know when I'm there. So YouTube, open, and now it's not working. Of course, it's not working.
The cobbler's assistant. I don't know. Rob's are good at thinking of all this obscure stuff that we just don't have a bloody clue what he's on about most of the time.
Yeah, but that's what I like, because when we think of fairy tales, we only think of what we are seeing on the Disney Channel or something like that.
Yeah,
there's so much more. There's Russian folklore, with Baba Yaga, the Russian or Polish witch or something. It's great stuff. And then we have English folklore, something like that, I believe.
Yeah. Well, when you go into different countries' folklore, there's even more to go through. It's crazy. Thank you, Dave, for putting the links in the chat.
Yes,
Fairy Tales back on Indiegogo. And of course, Red Eyes 2 is there too.
Oh, thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
That's nice.
Dave, did you know about Meg Mucklebone, Lady Witch of the Swamp? I think she's from English folklore and was used in the movie Legends by Ridley Scott.
Meg Mucklebone? That's so fantastic.
Meg Mucklebone, Lady Witch of the Swamp.
Old Meg.
No, but that sounds like something that needs to be made.
If I share, wait, no, I have to do the share the tab. That's where I can put the sound, right?
I don't know, to be honest. I use Firefox, so
okay.
I can never share audio.
So share screen. Chrome tab lets me share audio. All right.
That would be interesting to find out about more Chinese fairy tales.
Oh yeah.
That would be cool.
There's a lot of them, and those are crazy.
Twisted Fairy Tales contains fairy tales from Scandinavian countries, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Cool. Mm-hmm. Scandinavia has a lot of stuff.
Google her legends.
Really freaky. Okay.
I found this trailer of this Skaven from Warhammer.
And there's Blackheart Manor. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Right, let me add that. Right. So just sort of play a bit and then pause it every sort of 15 seconds or so. It's just so YouTube doesn't rate me.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bones. That's the person from Legend that I showed you, the witch.
all right. Here, can you hear the sound?
Yes.
Yes.
Wee. All right. Are you stroke yet? No.
No, not
So-
I'm not stroking myself.
I'm not having a
Comment-
stroke yet. Not the bad stroke or good stroke.
This is like the Skaven from the Warhammer 40k universe. No, not 40. No.
With the setting sun,
Oh, there you go. Fairy tales. Makes sense.
foul abominations.
So pause again. Comments.
Skaven is basically
It's so
a
stupid.
vermin
game-
race. Yeah.
Awesome. And the graphics are
No,
super
not
cool.
quite. I'm watching both from like strike. No, not there.
Oh, fairy tale. There you go.
Endless hunger.
That's the rat thing we've done about.
Yeah,
No,
I really
not
love
yet.
the Skaven. They are evil race, vermin race. They're disgusting.
All
Good.
right. So Google Pod people, please calm down. We're commenting.
But just as one season brings death,
So what game was this?
Warhammer Total War, the 2.
Well,
Okay.
let's say there's a lot of different games from the Warhammer lore, and there are first persons, there are strategy. This is a total war game. So the Skaven are basically mostly, I believe, everywhere in every game in different variations. So,
I
but this
guess.
is from Total War Warhammer, but the Skaven is used everywhere because they're such a fantastic evil race, and yeah, fantastic.
I like the fact that, like in the game,
Mhm.
apparently, like the advantage of them is there are like hundreds, thousands of them, right? But
Yeah.
like every time they shoot, there's like a chance that the weapon malfunctions and kills them.
Yeah.
They have these like really odd quirks about the game that you have to think that some of your units are going to die just because the weapon malfunctions. That's such a crazy, cool notion about them.
Yeah,
Anyway.
they're pretty
So-
stupid. Yeah.
a new shall bring life.
Oh wait. Bam!
Come, my children.
There you go. The fairy tales. The fairies are taking charge. Bam!
And deliver nature's glory.
Skaven are never fucking.
Oh no!
Ah, okay. I learned something today. Okay.
Wow!
That's cool.
Yeah. To answer Chris, I only play Vermintide 1 and 2, so I believe there was more of them, but if they are shutting down after the Age of Sigmar, then okay. I didn't know that. Cool.
It's like they don't. It seems that what's Warhammer? What's the name of the company? Games Workshop. It
I
seems like
believe
they
so.
hate their own lore.
Is it? So this is Mac Mucklebone.
Yeah.
And this
So
is a
that-
picture of how do you say Legend, the movie
Yeah.
that I just spoke earlier about.
Yeah, so that's the thing from
Creepy
Legend.
sea witch or something.
Yeah. See, that is just terrifying.
Yeah, and it looks so good, man. They did a knockout job with this one.
Yeah, it's just ugh. No. So Vermintide. It's based on the older version of Warhammer. Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there was a newer one. Games Workshop.
Who's your daddy? Games Workshop. Yeah. No, see, that's one I never got into like Warhammer or anything like that because it's
Oh, me
like
neither. I just
so
play. I
expensive.
love to
Like
play
at the time.
Vermintide because it's more like Left 4 Dead, but then with Skaven. So
Yeah.
it's actually fun.
Okay.
I mean, I never played them, but I really like the lore and the
Yeah.
whole spiel with the units.
Cool. Chaos Undivided. Wow, that's nice.
He's got a Chaos Undivided tattoo. Wow, that's dedication.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of lore and a lot of fairy tales from different countries and you know everything around it. I believe we mostly talked about what we wanted to talk, right? Or do you have
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that you wanted to say? Hey, this is what people need to see.
Is there anything you guys wanna shield quickly before we go?
No. Well, I
No.
mean, I'm printing. I'm doing like test printing of red eyes just to this is still with the flats.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
doing some testing to see how it's looking, to check the grammar and the composition. So
Is that how you
it's
read it
getting
as well,
done.
like that, or does it
No, no,
turn?
no, no, no. It's gonna be normal. I don't know why. I tried to print it and it printed like this. Like two
Ah,
page
okay.
instead of one. I was like, okay, whatever. So I'm using this now. So as you can
To be
see,
honest,
it's on the way.
I love the flat colors. All the shininess, and but that's
I
me
think
personally. Yeah.
like this, it looks okay, but I like it more when it's finished with the more painterly style, as they call it,
Yeah.
like this. This is like a finished page already. So I
Oh, that's
really, really like this.
yeah. Well, it looks good, man.
I think this
Who
looks
did it?
better.
Who did
So
it
yeah,
first? Did you do that yourself or the
no,
color?
no, that's the colorist.
Okay.
Yeah, what page did I do? I can show you one page. I did this one. Boom. Wait. Wow.
Yeah, because it has naked women in it.
Anyway, so that's it. Shilling is done. Wow.
That's cool. Yeah. So it's been a good show. I'll put this
Yeah.
thing up again because I we might I'm shilling it a little bit at the moment, which is good. It's Twisted Fairy Tales, guys. So if you're into fairy tales and you're into twisted shit, comedy or anything like that, and you want to support some new creators, go back Twisted Fairy Tales, guys. Really, really cool book. I got a story in it myself. I'm doing a gingerbread man. Got lots of creators: Jacobus, Aria, Rob, E.T. Madness. We got Charlie's London in there, Piper. Who else? Demon Vizorak, Lord Eric, Shane O'Sullivan, Mike DeBurn. The guy who does Life on Korra. So he's illustrating Piper's story. Rabbi
Oh,
from Never Planet, Jake DeVister, Lewis Michael. We've got tons and tons of people.
You
I
mean
think we're up to
Piper, the one
13.
from Graded 0.5?
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So she's doing a story as well. So it's really cool. It's about 13 at the moment, I think. Or 14. I don't know.
no.
Can't count. But yeah, really cool. So you've got your options there to back. You got the big bundle, you got the floppy, you got the hardcover, and you got a digital version for those that don't want to pay postage. Only a tenner for that. So whatever you choose to back is always appreciated. But yeah, so that I think with that's about everything. I think tonight, guys.
Yeah.
So
I
we're
think so.
coming up to the 1 hour, almost 2 hour mark. So, is a chat saying anything before we go? And thank you, Dave, for putting out a chat. Twisted Fairy Tales as per
Yeah, man.
Playboy.
Thanks.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I showed all your homies. Yeah, thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Blah, blah. How many pages is that? I think we're on 80. I have to double check because it keeps growing. Every time I look at it and I tell people how many it is, more pages get added. I'm pretty sure it's around 80 at the moment.
Wow.
Jacob
a lot,
was
man.
but yeah, really cool. And as Mr. Rob loads, yeah. As Mr. Film Bloke says, it's that time. We'll say good night. Thank you for joining us. Cheers, me babbers, and I guess we will see you all. 80 pages of story next time. There's your answer. Bye,
Cool.
guys.